Have you ever had a relationship that just feels like a constant struggle? A connection that drains you more than it fills you? You may care for this person deeply, but you cannot ignore the sinking feeling that something is off. You have prayed for change. You have tried to make it work, but the tension remains. What if God is trying to tell you something? What if He's trying to remove that person from your life for your own protection and purpose? This is a hard truth to accept, but sometimes the most loving thing God can do is separate you from someone who is hindering your destiny. Think about Abraham and Lot. Lot was family, but his presence brought constant strife and conflict, and God removed Lot from Abraham's life so that Abraham could step into the fullness of his promise. Sometimes a separation is not a curse. It is a divine setup for a greater blessing. So how can you know what are the signs that God is trying to remove someone from your life? Here are 7. Sign number 1. You have a persistent lack of peace about the relationship. The Holy Spirit is your compass, and when a relationship is not in God will for you, He will often signal it through a deep, unsettled feeling in your spirit. You cannot quite explain it, but you know something is not right. Colossians 3:15 says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts." If His peace is not ruling in this relationship, it is a clear sign God is redirecting you. Sign number 2, relationship consistently pulls you away from God and your values. Instead of drawing you closer to Christ, this relationship tempts you to compromise your faith, your morals, your calling. You find yourself sinning more. Your prayer life suffers, and you feel distant from God after you spend time with Him. 1 Corinthians 15:33 warns, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." If a person is causing you to consistently stumble, it may be God's hand moving them out. Sign number 3. There is constant conflict and drama without resolution. It's not normal fighting. It is a cycle of toxic arguments, misunderstandings, and emotional turmoil that never leads to growth or resolution. It is just draining and destructive. Proverbs 22:24-25 says, "Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared." God desires unity and peace for you, not endless strife. Sign number 4. You feel drained and depleted after every interaction. God-ordained relationships, even challenging ones, should bring some measure of life and encouragement. But if you are consistently, emotionally, physically, and spiritually drained after being with this person, it is a sign they are a source of leakage, not a source of life. Proverbs 11:25 tells us that a person who refreshes others will themselves be refreshed. If someone only takes and never gives it, may be time to let go. Sign number 5. You have outgrown the relationship and your visions no longer align. You are moving in the direction of God, purpose, growing in your faith, and pursuing His plan. But this person is stagnant or even pulling you backward. They do not understand your new path, and they may even mock or discourage your growth. Amos 3:3 asks, "Can two walk together unless they are agreed?" If you are no longer headed in the same direction, the connection will naturally break. Sign number 6. God is closing every door for the relationship to move forward. You try to make plans, but they consistently fall through. You try to reconcile, but hit a wall. You try to build, but the foundation keeps crumbling. When God is closing doors, no man can open them. Acts 16:7 shows us the Holy Spirit preventing Paul from going where he planned. God closed doors are not a test of your persistence. They are a sign of His protection. And sign number 7, you have a spiritual confirmation. This is the most important sign you have prayed, and you have a deep inner knowing that it is time to let go. Godly counsel has confirmed it, and circumstances have confirmed it. You know, in your knower, that God is asking you to release this person for your own good and for His glory. If you are seeing these signs, do not fight God. Process holding on to what God is removing will only delay your blessing and prolong your pain. Trust that He sees the bigger picture. He is protecting you from a future hurt or preparing you for a future assignment. Your obedience in letting go is the key that unlocks the next door of your destiny. Types: I trust you, God, in the comments if you're choosing to surrender a relationship to Him today, and if this message confirmed what you have been feeling. Do not forget to like and subscribe to Gospel Verse for more truth that sets you free.